Deontay Wilder still has a lot of fight fans fooled that he wants the Anthony Joshua fight and it is Anthony Joshua that is running from him. But I'm here to prove why Anthony Joshua is not the one running, but it is Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is pricing himself out of negotiations with Anthony Joshua. And it seems to be only Joshua who is making offers, and he is improving his offers also. Anthony Joshua and his team have made so many offers now to Deontay Wilder, and recently, well, pretty much all the time, they have gone unanswered, and it is becoming quite tedious, to be honest. Anthony Joshua has offered 35% and then 40%, yet he's the one who doesn't want the fight. Anthony Joshua and his team have been made an offer from Deontay Wilder, but it was from Deontay Wilder personally. It wasn't from his team, it wasn't from Shelley Finkel, it wasn't from Al Heyman, and it wasn't from Stephen Espinoza, and there was no backing behind the offer. It was just an offer from Deontay Wilder. So, I mean, Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua needed to know more about the offer. It was a $50 million offer with no proof of funds, and without a contract, and without any intention of discussing the deal. So, if someone phoned you, someone you didn't really know, and offered you $50 million, if you do what they tell you, but you don't know what they're going to tell you to do, you don't know what your obligations are, or what the terms and conditions are, and if they told you you must accept the offer first, verbally, before you are sent any contract, or told what your obligations are, or what you must do, would you accept it? Be honest, no you wouldn't. No one would, because you don't know what you have to do, you don't know what your obligations are, so how can you accept? So all of you Wilder fans saying, why did Joshua turn down $50 million? Well, because there was no legitimate $50 million offer, it was a publicity stunt, and we later learned that it was backed by Frank Warren and BT, so Joshua could not accept that offer legally because he is contracted to Sky. So legally Joshua could not accept that deal, and they knew that. It was just a publicity stunt. But also, you saying that Anthony Joshua doesn't want the fight, well, who is making the offers? And if Anthony Joshua didn't want the fight, then he'd price himself out. But that is exactly what Deontay Wilder is doing. Anthony Joshua, if he didn't want the fight, he'd offer 80-20 and say, that's it, no more. That's what the deal is. If you want the fight, come and have it. And Wilder wouldn't accept, and Anthony Joshua would know that. So if he didn't want the fight, he'd offer something ridiculous like that. But he's not. He's making good and improved offers all the time. 30%, 35%, 40%, and probably he's going to have to give 50 to make the fight. But then, if Wilder turns that down, then where does that leave him then? Because he has just turned down the deal he said he always wanted. He also said that he would take 40%, and as soon as he was offered it, he turned it down and said it's 50-50 or nothing. So it will be very interesting to see when the 50-50 split is offered, if Deontay Wilder is still champion after fighting Fury, whether he accepts it or not, because that will show his true colours then, and he will have nowhere to hide. Because, like I said, if Anthony Joshua didn't want the fight, he'd offer a ridiculous split that Wilder would never accept, and he would do that knowingly, and then obviously Deontay Wilder wouldn't accept the fight and it wouldn't happen, so AJ wouldn't have to get in there with him. But that's not what he's doing. He's making improved offers, and he is the one trying to contact Wilder and his team, but it is going unanswered. And Wilder, he's pricing himself out of the fight. But, like I have said before, the ground is shrinking beneath Wilder's feet, and soon he's going to have to prove that he is a world champion, because he will either get defeated by Fury, or he will be offered 50-50 I think after that fight, and then we will see whether he really wants it or not. But guys, what are your thoughts? Please drop your thoughts in the comments below. Please like the video and subscribe for more content. Thank you guys.